Did you know that most engines lose performance over time, but with the right maintenance tricks, you can make yours run like new again? You don't need a full rebuild or expensive repairs. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact steps to restore lost power, improve efficiency, and extend your engine's life without spending a fortune. So, if you want smoother acceleration, better fuel economy, and a car that feels brand new again, stick around because these tips could save you. Let's get started. Number 1. Use a high-quality full synthetic oil and change it at the right interval. Engine is a high-precision machine with hundreds of moving parts that create heat and friction every second it's running. Regular oil breaks down fast under high temperatures, leading to sludge buildup, poor lubrication, and increased wear on vital components. That's where synthetic oil changes the game. Unlike conventional oil, full synthetic oil is engineered at the molecular level to provide better lubrication, resist heat breakdown, and keep your engine clean. Studies from the Society of Automotive Engineers show that synthetic oil reduces friction by up to 47% compared to conventional oil, meaning less wear and tear on your pistons, bearings, and camshafts. But here's where people mess up. They either don't change their oil often enough, or they cheap out and use low-quality oil. Even synthetic oil needs to be changed every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. Running an engine on old, broken-down oil is like trying to run a marathon with no water. Eventually, it's going to fail. And if you think you can just go forever without an oil change, think again. Sludge buildup from neglected oil changes can reduce engine efficiency by up to 10% and lead to catastrophic engine failure. That's a $5,000 plus repair bill just because you didn't spend $50 on fresh oil. Number 2. Clean or replace MAF sensor for proper fuel-air mixture. The MAF sensor is responsible for measuring how much air enters the engine and telling the ECU how much fuel to inject. If it's dirty or malfunctioning, it throws off this balance, causing the engine to run too rich or too lean, both of which can lead to rough idling, poor acceleration, and even engine knocking. According to industry tests, a contaminated MAF sensor can reduce fuel efficiency by up to 15% and cause random stalling issues. The worst part? Most people don't even realize it's dirty until their car starts acting up. But fixing it is stupidly simple. Just remove the sensor and clean it with a dedicated MAF sensor cleaner spray. A quick clean every 10,000 to 15,000 miles keeps your engine breathing properly and running like new. But if your MAF sensor is completely fried, don't waste time replacing it with an OEM or high-quality aftermarket part. A failing MAF sensor can lead to long-term damage by forcing your engine to compensate for bad air readings, which can stress out your spark plugs, catalytic converter, and even the pistons over time. Number 3. Perform a professional fuel injector. Cleaning to restore power. If your engine feels weak, sluggish, or rough when idling, dirty fuel injectors could be the hidden culprit stealing your car's power. Over time, fuel injectors accumulate carbon deposits and varnish buildup, which messes up the fuel spray pattern and leads to uneven combustion, misfires, and poor throttle response. Research shows that clogged injectors can reduce engine power by up to 10 to 15% and cause a noticeable drop in fuel efficiency. Here's why it matters. Fuel injectors are responsible for delivering the perfect mist of fuel into the combustion chamber, ensuring complete and efficient burning. When they're dirty, they either spray too much or too little fuel, throwing off the air-fuel ratio and making your engine struggle. The fix? A professional fuel injector cleaning. This isn't the cheap gas station fuel additive stuff. This is a high-pressure system cleaning that breaks down carbon deposits and restores proper fuel flow. For milder cases, adding a quality fuel injector cleaner every 3,000 to 5,000 miles can help keep things clean. But if your car is hesitating, stalling, or feeling underpowered, it's time for a professional ultrasonic injector cleaning or a pressurized fuel rail flush. Neglecting this can lead to damaged injectors, rough performance, and even a failing catalytic converter, a repair that can cost over $1,500. Number 4. Replace old spark plugs and ignition coils for maximum power. Spark plugs are the heart of your engine's combustion process. They ignite the air-fuel mixture, creating the explosion that powers your car. But over time, spark plugs wear down, their gaps widen, and they fail to fire properly, leading to misfires, poor fuel economy, and a noticeable loss of power. According to industry studies, bad spark plugs can cause up to a 30% drop in fuel efficiency and make your car feel sluggish, jerky, and rough at idle. And it's not just the plug's ignition coils that play a crucial role by delivering high voltage to the spark plugs. When coils start to fail, you'll experience random misfires, stalling, and even difficulty starting the car. If you ignore them long enough, you risk damaging your catalytic converter, which is an expensive fix. The good news? Replacing spark plugs and ignition coils is one of the most effective ways to restore lost power and efficiency. Stick with OEM or high-performance spark plugs and replace them based on your manufacturer's recommendation: copper plugs every 30,000 miles, platinum or iridium plugs every 60,000 to 100,000 miles. If you've noticed rough idling or sluggish acceleration, replacing your ignition coils at the same time is a smart move. Number 5. Use a high-quality engine air filter to ensure clean air intake. Here's where most people go wrong. They completely ignore their engine air filter, even though a dirty or clogged filter can choke your engine's performance, kill fuel efficiency, and even shorten engine life. Think about it. Every gallon of fuel your car burns requires about 10,000 gallons of air. And if that air is full of dust, dirt, and debris, your engine has to work harder just to breathe. According to automotive studies, a clogged air filter can reduce horsepower by up to 10% and increase fuel consumption, meaning you're literally wasting money at the pump. But swapping out your air filter isn't just about fuel economy. It also protects your engine from dust and debris that can wear down internal components over time. If dirt gets past the filter, it can scratch cylinder walls, damage piston rings, and lead to expensive repairs down the road. The fix is simple. Replace your engine air filter every 15,000 to 30,000 miles. Stick with OEM filters or high-performance options like K&N or AEM dry flow if you want better airflow without sacrificing filtration. Number 6. Perform a carbon cleaning. Over time, carbon deposits form on your intake valves, piston heads, and combustion chamber, restricting airflow and disrupting the air-fuel mixture. This is especially a nightmare for direct injection engines, like those in modern BMW, Audi, VW, Ford EcoBoost, and Toyota D4S systems, because fuel is sprayed directly into the combustion chamber, meaning the valves never get washed clean by fuel like they do in port-injected engines. Carbon buildup can cause rough idle, knocking, sluggish throttle response, and even check engine lights for misfires. According to manufacturer reports, severe carbon buildup can lead to a 10 to 20% reduction in horsepower and fuel efficiency. The fix? Carbon cleaning. For mild buildup, using a high-quality intake valve cleaner every 3,000 to 5,000 miles can help dissolve deposits. But if your engine already has significant buildup, a professional walnut blasting intake cleaning is the best way to restore airflow and combustion efficiency. Number 7. Keep the cooling system maintained to prevent overheating and engine wear. Car engine generates an insane amount of heat. Temperatures inside the combustion chamber can reach up to 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. That's why your cooling system is crucial. It keeps temperatures in check and prevents catastrophic engine failure. But here's where a lot of people mess up. They ignore their coolant, assume it never needs to be changed, and don't check for leaks until it's too late. Neglecting cooling system maintenance can lead to blown head gaskets, warped cylinder heads, or even a completely seized engine, which could cost you thousands of dollars to fix. Coolant isn't just water with dye. It contains corrosion inhibitors that break down over time. Once that happens, the coolant can become acidic, leading to rust, clogged passages, and water pump failure. Research shows that overheating is responsible for nearly 40% of major engine failures, which is why flushing and replacing your coolant every 30,000 to 50,000 miles is one of the smartest things you can do. But coolant alone isn't the only thing to check. You also need to inspect radiator hoses, water pump, thermostat, and radiator cap. A small crack in a hose or a failing water pump can cause rapid overheating, leaving you stranded with a steaming engine. And don't forget about your radiator cap. It maintains the proper pressure in the system, and a weak cap can cause coolant to boil over prematurely.